finals a couple days ago. Brooks, a very interesting story, was a 138 this year for Maryland. In Maryland for North Hagerstown. Was not the #1 ranked kid at 138. Ended up being a Cadet Greco champ at 160, and he's going for a double stop sign this week. But Hendricks is a very tough kid, and whenever you're looking for revenge, you always got to be worried. Quick shot there from Hendricks. And the thing about Brooks, he almost didn't come to this tournament. Had to be talked into by his coaches. He's got some black Asics on, and he actually has Adidas socks on. I believe that's the first pair of Adidas socks on. Lefty lead, but with a righty knee pad. And Hendricks tries a headlock, but Brooks is having none of it. And the ref's going to bring back up to their feet. 2:28 remaining here in the first period. Brooks has excellent head and hands defense. Just jams that elbow down, nothing doing of it from Hendricks. And he's going to get that ankle pick, and he's hanging on. Keeping his hips low, circling, circling, circling. This is something the Maryland coaches were concerned about, his ability to circle in. And now he's holding on to that ankle. They're coming out the back. And Brooks is kind of waiting for him to call for potentially dangerous, which they did. He's got 147 left here. No one has been offered passive yet, and as I say that, Hendricks, for the first time, so blue is going to get a passive. So blue is going to get a passive, but not before we get a little medical attention here. Brooks had a tough quarterfinal against Parker Kickerson of Wisconsin. He won that one 8-5. Was winning. Kind of looked a little tired late. Before that, he beat Justin Flores of Massachusetts 12-1. Beat Josiah Ramirez of North Carolina 10-0. Beat Blake Hobson of Missouri by a score of 10-0. As for Hendricks, his wins were 12-2 over Blake Stratton, 18-7 over Chris Foca of New Jersey, 10 over Shane Lygle of Wisconsin, and 10-0 over Dryan Hayes of Colorado. So Brooks shaking it out. Hendricks immediately taking a shot. Brooks has to know the refs are going to be looking at him because they already have an attention on Hendricks. And there it is. There's going to be a passive offered, passive confirmed. So these two have to score in the next 13 seconds, otherwise someone will be put on the activity clock. So Aaron in deep here. And he's going to get Hendricks up in the air. Hendricks trying to go crucifix. And it's going to come out with 2 blue and 1 red. But it looks like there was also a 4 in there. So it should be 5-2. I think they're going to get that score cleaned up. So Rob Eider coming up on the stage for a second. That does confirm it. It's going to be 5-2 in favor of Aaron Brooks. Was able to get Hendricks to land in the danger position on his back. Hendricks came back on top, got an exposure, and then Brooks came back around one more time. So that's going to be 5-2. They're locked up head to head. And Hendricks doing a great job driving Brooks into the zone, but runs out of time, and there will be no step out. Great movement there from Hendricks. So Hendricks has Nate Engel and Rob Eider in his corner. Hendricks has Wyoming Seminary coach in his corner. Coach Scott Green. We're going to come back out here for this second period. So this is already a higher scoring affair than their Greco match was. Brooks with the knee pad on his right knee. Hendricks with the knee pad on his left knee. A little head fake there. And the thing about Brooks, you can't shoot straight on against him. Hendricks having a lot of trouble. Both of these guys, if they want to score because their opponent is so solid on defense, they're going to need to continue moving around, work their way through. And again, an ankle pick from Brooks. He loves those ankle picks. But now Hendricks is going to get him grounded, so it's going to be 5-4. And Brooks kind of using his chin to break the grip on that high gut of Hendricks. Ref giving Hendricks a lot of time, though. So with a 5-4 lead here, if Hendricks were to get a 1, Brooks would still be in the lead on criteria based on the 4. Hendricks does need a 2. He did just get 1, though, so Brooks has to be aware of that. Brooks staying low stance. Hand was touching the mat there for a second. Trying to work Hendricks' right hand off his head. Turns that wrist out. And you got to think Brooks is going to go to the well one more time with that ankle pick. No reshot there from Brooks. 1 minute remaining here in this Cadet Freestyle 160-pound semifinal rematch of the Greco final. And Hendricks in deep on a shot. Brooks trying to get the whizzer. And they're going to go grounded. So it's going to be 1 blue, but Hendricks is still losing on criteria because Brooks had the 4 earlier. So 35 seconds remaining here. Hendricks is the one that needs to continue to push the pace. The Pennsylvania coaches are aware. He does have Brooks in the zone, though. They go grounded. Brooks trying to circle back to the center. And he tries to go cross pick. Nothing coming of it, though. Brooks staying excellent on his head and hands defense. Needs to keep his feet moving. Goes grounded. Circling back in, and there's 8 seconds left. The Maryland fans are pounding the mat. They think they got their boy in the finals again, and that's going to do it. Another great match between these two. I could watch these two wrestle all day. They love to scrap. Aaron Brooks going for a double stop sign in Fargo. You're